Okay, in this video, we are going to talk about the Helium 10 keyword tracker tool, how you can track your keyword ranking comparatively to your competitors, maybe even use it for research. Lots of good things. So, Bradley, do you want to bring us through the keyword tracker of Helium 10 because you know it much better than I do?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not sure how much of this new one you've seen.
Nobody watches.
let me share my screen here. Where's Brock going? He's going away. There we go. All right, guys. So really quick though, I want to remind you guys, we did a video about this a while back, I believe, about relative rank and why that's important. You know, Cerebro has that one column about relative rank. And the reason is because you have stuff like, let's go to accordion. I'm not sure if that's the way to spell accordion. I think it is. Yeah. So we're here on the accordion page. All right. So we can see here, like, let's say that this is our product, or this is not your product. Let's say this is page one, position one. This is Amazon's choice. And it's a $24.99 kids accordion. Now let's say that, this is your product. All right. You've got a Rizzati Bronco accordion. That's $499. Now the question is this guy your competitor? What do you think, Brock? Is this a competitor with this?
I don't know. It's a tough one. No.
Yeah, of course not. Now to Brock and I, that might seem like a no-brainer, but some of you guys might be like, wait a minute, how can it not be a competitor? They're both on the same main keyword and one guy's got Amazon's choice. Well, here's the thing. Think about, guys, who is in the market for something like this? You know, a professional accordion, they're in a band or whatever, their accordion breaks, they type in accordion to look for something. Would they, in a million years, buy this? And the answer is no. It's almost as if this product doesn't exist. It's not like, wow, this one's only $24.99. I'm going to go ahead and get this for my mariachi bandmate here, and he'll use that in our live gigs. Of course not. All right. Same thing here. $24 kids accordion? No. What about this? This is a whatever the heck this is, a video. Another kids accordion. Nope. That doesn't even exist. Another kids. No. Here, this is like page one, position one for a customer who is in the market for a professional accordion. This here, I would say, is a no because it's kind of like a beginner accordion. So really, my product, if this was my product, this is actually page one, position two. And this is page one, position one in the mind of my target market. So guys, again, sometimes your relative rank to your competitors is more important than your organic page rank because it does not matter that this guy is number one. He is not your competitor. He's not stealing one sale from you and vice versa. You down here are not his competitor. He couldn't care less what keywords you're ranking for, what you're getting sales from, because nobody who's looking for a $24 kids accordion for their niece's birthday is ever going to buy them a $500 professional accordion. So that's important to keep in mind before we got into what we're about to talk about today. So now go ahead.
First step. So what would you categorize that as? That is finding who your main competitors are. That's the
Absolutely,
first thing that you need to do when tracking keywords. And
absolutely. And this is the same thing for when you do product or keyword research. You know, don't go investigating all the keywords that kids accordion is ranking for, getting sales from. I mean, some of it might be useful, but remember, your main thing should be the kind of keywords that your avatar, your customer avatar, is searching for. So obviously that's like a couple steps before. You've got to know your customer avatar. And that's super important because as Brock teaches a lot, people, when they search on Amazon, they have an image in their head and they're searching for the product that matches that image in their head. Somebody who's in a mariachi band needs a new accordion. The image in their head is a professional big time accordion. This kids accordion does not match that image in their head. So you've got to understand the image in your customers' heads. So with that in mind, let's go ahead.
One last thing about that. So you want to make sure that you want to know which keywords to track, which is something different. But within tracking a keyword, you just want to look at your direct competitors, and you don't want to be getting to number one necessarily like there, because kids accordions are going to sell a lot more than those really expensive accordions. So you could waste a whole bunch of money trying to rank at spot number one, and you'll get zero increase in sales through that keyword because basically just the price point and people won't buy more. So when you're trying to see where should I be ranking on each keyword and we're like tracking, just track those direct competitors. And then you just want to be ahead of them.
100%. Very important. So the traditional version of Keyword Tracker still works the same as it always has. You have your own product here. You put some keywords, and then you could kind of see where the organic rank is day by day. And remember, once you turn on the boost, like this obviously is only checking once per day. You can see it's kind of steady between positions 4 and 6, 7 looks like. All right. But depending on when I did it, I can actually go in and zoom in like right here from April 8th to April 16th, you see a whole bunch of different dots and stuff. Why? That's because I turned on boost and it's actually checking 24 times a day during this time. It's checking like all during the day what your rank is. So you can check the default is once a day, or you can check 24 times a day. But now we have this thing where, well, here's an accordion here. All right. So let me pull up these ASINs. Let me see which ones I did. Hold on. Let me just check what ASINs these are. I might have been tracking ones that aren't even the competitor. Let's see if I was. No, beginner accordion. So what I did was I put in 3 ASINs right here. Okay. And so now if this is my accordion, I want to see how I stack up against my top competitors. And as you can see, this one, accordion, let's take a look at the relative rank, 1 out of 4. All right, 1 out of 4. That means there's 4 total ones. There's three competitors right here that I entered. And of course, my product, and I am organic rank 1. Now watch this. I actually have the history of it right here. So I can see 30 days, 1 year, or all time. My product is the blue one. So look here, the black one here for a while has kind of had the number 1 position. So that's this ASIN right here. Okay, that's this ASIN right here. But look, maybe this guy did something with his PPC. Maybe he sent an email out to his list. And so he was consistently like 2nd or 3rd amongst his top competitors. Now, since September 4th, he has been number 1. So this is what you would do. Like if he might have, I'm not saying he did this. Who knows if this accordion guy uses Helium 10, but in a circumstance here, he could have been thinking, man, I'm losing sales to my direct competitors. I'm going to adjust my PPC. I'm going to adjust my social media marketing and see if I can increase and drive sales to this keyword. And whatever he did worked because now he is number 1 compared to his top competitors. We've got here, here's the opposite where this guy is, I guarantee, like not doing very well. This is a hemp cream for pain relief. All right. You could also track, let me just show you guys real quick, your detected sponsored position, right? This looks like a crazy graph. That's because I've had boost on a lot during here. All right. So I was checking like once in every hour, but you could see that this guy here, V63, which is a different hemp cream, this guy obviously is not bidding very high on his sponsored ad because he only came up once down here. And it was like the 75th sponsored ad that came up. By the way, this is the sponsored position detected. But me, if this was my product, I must not be spending too much either because I am usually the 16th or 20th one that comes up. This is not the 20th position. This is the 20th sponsored ad. So there's usually maybe like nowadays there's like 10 sponsored ads per page. So it looks like my sponsored ad is coming up on page 2, which is not very great. All right. How would you use this? Like, what would that tell you, Brock? Like, if you noticed that one of your competitors is like consistently the top 1, 2, or 3rd sponsored ad position, what would that tell you? Like, how would you react to that?
I guess, well, I would need to look at their level of sophistication.
Mm-hmm.
If they're a giant conglomerate, they just mean nothing because they just have an ad budget and they have to spend it.
Yeah.
But if it is a private label or like small to medium-sized business, who I would go and look at their Amazon account and like look at the level of their sophistication of their listing, and then potentially try to find their other keywords. Because I mean, basically, if they're ranking at the top if they're advertising at the top of that keyword for a while, it's either a sign that they just are very unoptimized and have money to spend, or they're making money. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a signal to just take a look at,
Exactly. Yeah. Because remember, in Cerebro, it shows this too, but Cerebro just takes a moment in time. So you don't know if it was just a fluke, maybe just that day that Cerebro was checking, they happen to be ranked really high. But with Keyword Tracker, now you can just go and hourly track it. And like, for example, I mean, this person I actually know, so this very well could be what they did. Maybe they noticed here, they're like, wow, we're not bidding on this keyword at all, but this guy, WX6, this guy really is crushing it in the space. And we're trying to reverse engineer, like, where is he getting his success from? And now we notice that, man, he is just consistently one of the top sponsored ads. So maybe we weren't bidding here. And now all of a sudden here on June 17th, Blue, we're going to go ahead and start our campaign. And let's see where we show up. Man, regardless of our bid, we can still see that this guy is getting a higher bid placement than us. So maybe we need to increase our bid. Maybe we need to decrease our bid, depending on what's going on. Maybe we're spending a lot of money.
I'm actually a big fan of decreasing bids.
Yeah, sometimes you're spending more money than you need to be. And so if your bid is low and you're just consistently at the top, lower that bid. With Keyword Tracker, now you'll know at what bid point maybe your position starts to fall off. You can find that sweet spot because, of course, Amazon gives you a suggested bid, but more times than not, it's either too high or too low. So you just got to see for yourself what works. So guys, this is important. Yes, it's important to just track your own listings and your own rank because, of course, if you're trying to do some kind of promotion, like you know that you want to be the #1 hemp cream for pain relief, so you're just going to put some money into a heavy PPC campaign or whatever you do to increase your ranking. If you're paying money for it, well, you want to know if that is paying off without having to go and check like, okay, where for hemp pain, I'm going to go to CBD cream for pain relief. All right, let's see, where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, like, it would be ridiculous to go through all these keywords and try and figure out where your space is at. So #1, make sure you're tracking your own products for the keywords that you identified at the beginning of your Amazon journey, that these are important keywords that could bring you sales. Track that, but then also track your competitors because you are competing for clicks. You're competing for sales with a select few number of top sellers. And so you want to see how your relative rank, which is this column right here, stacks up. And as you can see, if this guy was wondering why his sales aren't that hot, look at his relative rank compared to all of his competitors. He's like 3rd or 4th out of 5 on almost all of these. So if he's the last one that's showing up among his competitors, regardless of if it's page 1 or 2, obviously his sales are going to be pretty low if all other things are equal.
Oh, awesome. Sweet. Well, yeah, I think this is a good overview. Maybe we'll do a simple one next now of just how you would actually just track, because you already had all this set up. Maybe just,
we can do a brand new one. Yeah. Let's do another video where we can do it from scratch.
Kind of strategy, and we'll just do a simple step-by-step. So for the people who are like, well, how did you get all those keywords?
Sounds good.
How did you do that? Awesome. Thanks, Bradley.